one of the primary purposes of the nature is food. It's food. I mean, trees and lakes are nice to look at, and there's a certain requirement for some of the natural processes to maintain the balance of air and water and other things, but, well, they're also needed for food. So you could say that a huge part of nature has to do with food for the planet.
And there are so many different rules and diets and all of these other things. They all have benefits, but sometimes they cause you to restrict yourself. Sometimes you are told not to eat or drink certain things because it is bad for you. Then it becomes bad for you. And it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. We have said before, you can eat nearly anything and your body knows how to process it. We do observe that the things that are healthiest for your body are things that contain the highest level of living essence in them. Obviously, the fresh foods taken from the ground have the greatest amount of life force energy. But you can also take foods that are highly processed with almost no life force energy in them compared to your fresh foods. You can ingest this, and your body does a miraculous thing. It will call up from what we call the field or the essence energy. It will call up appropriate amounts of energy to supplement what is not contained in the food itself. It balances the body naturally.
No more fighting with yourself. That includes the whole broad spectrum of things that you do to make things difficult on you. That includes fighting things like diet and weight, things like your physical appearance. Now you think you have to fight it because you're a foodaholic. You're going to eat a lot of chocolate and you're going to devour cake and potato chips. Don't fight it. No more regulating things like your food for the sake of your physique, for the sake of your body. A lot of you have put yourself in bizarre diets and then justified it and said, no, but the doctor told me I had low God knows what or high something else. You're fighting it. You're fighting yourself. Let down your guard. Oh, no. I have to keep some of those guards up. I have to fight something because I'm inherently a weak person. I'm a sinner. They told me that. So I have to have the fight. I got to work against things. I'm inherently corrupt, and I would just eat my way to death with tuna sandwiches if I didn't control myself. No. The fight is done. The fight is done. Let it go. Your body is becoming more sensitive. Listen to it. It'll tell you one day it may want a steak, and the next day it may want pasta, and the next day it may want no food at all. But you come up with these crazy schemes and these diets that you go on, and at first you say, well, the diet is really working. And I'm like, yeah, it's working, but it's working against you. So you've lost 3 or 4 kilos or 10 pounds or whatever, and you think it's working, it's killing you. And then on top of that, you're going absolutely unnatural on yourself. You're forcing a diet onto your body that is actually not fitting. Your body's going through tremendous changes right now, and you're afraid of your body. You're afraid that it's going to eat too many carbs or too many fatty foods or whatever. You got all these weird programming going
salt.
on. Too much. Let go of all of that. And I'm not saying this as medical advice. I'm saying it as energy advice. Let go of all of it and let your body become very sensitive and listen to it, particularly as it goes back now into the free energy body. These weird things you come up with for what you're supposed to eat and not eat, and what blood type you are, and what all the rest of this, they're nonsense. Listen to your body. Feel what it wants. It might want nothing but scrambled eggs for a week, After that, the thought of eggs is disgusting. That's natural right now to go through all these changes in your food awareness and sensitivity. So the ones who always complain about the sensitivities are the ones who are always doing these strange, weird diets. Every animal on earth is here in service. Is here in service. The angelic / human kingdom is the grandest. Every animal, a chicken, every cow, every dog, deer, every every animal is here in service one way or the other. They give of themselves to feed Earth, and right now it is the way that protein is supplied on Earth. It will change, indeed, but it's not a religious or a spiritual thing. The body will change how it brings in and utilizes proteins and nutrition and other things. But it doesn't mean that you have to convict yourself to a life of being a vegetarian. There are times, literally, when your body does need that meat. Not every day and not in huge portions, but it does because of the genetic coding that's in it right now. Just simply ask your body, what does it want? If there's days it's going to feel like going lighter or nothing but water. There's other days where it's going to need or want meat of some sort. Indeed, you are correct in saying that sooner or later the enlightened humans move away from meat because they don't need that heaviness. But it's not about because of the poor animals. Honor the animal, whether it is while it is in growth, while it is in slaughter, or while it is on the plate in front of you. Honor it. That is the transmutation of energy of what you call the cruelty. Humans are going to become more aware of the raising and the production and the honoring of livestock and plants, by the way. In your list here, you didn't see anything about those poor heads of lettuce and the bean sprouts, because it is not that much different than the animals. It is about the human honoring them. So, we thank you for your question.
Bean sprouts.
They all have consciousness, indeed, and I do not say that jokingly. Honor the food that you put into you, and you find your own biology changes what it needs. There'll come a point, absolutely, question being asked, will I be able to drink just water and breathe air? Absolutely, but don't force it. It will happen naturally. There's no foods that are better or worse other than I would highly recommend water. A lot of water during the whole time you're here on the planet. A lot of water to keep hydrated. But other than that, enjoy. Please begin to enjoy food once again. And there's so much food shaming and body shaming and regulations, and then it's seeped into even the spiritual community with being a vegan or a vegetarian or not eating certain types of, I don't know what you call them, but you can't eat grains or bananas or gluten or chocolate. Good God. You truly let go of all that because it's interfering with the whole process of the integration of the light body. Feel into what your body wants. Some days it may not want anything. Just the idea of food is no good at all. Other days it might just want 5 servings of broccoli, but just listen to the body.
Were you a vegetarian?
I was, indeed. I was for a long time, but it came a point, partly because of my upbringing, and partly because I just never acquired a taste for meat. But there were times after my enlightenment when I ate fish fairly often, and other things I just didn't prefer the heavier beef, but it wasn't a rule for me. It was simply what my body desired or not desired. But I was known to have chicken or fairly often with fish. Yes. But it wasn't a spiritual thing after my enlightenment.
Right.
It was simply a preference.
Let's go to the next type of control that you have on your physical body. one that is, near and dear to so many of you. Your eating habits. Your body, your self, tries to control what it puts in its body. You have certain preconceived notions about what is right or what is wrong. Your hand and your mouth are the way that you control what goes into your body. You have a very complex set of controls and belief systems that you actually believe in so strongly that you don't even believe the words I'm sharing with you right now. You think you need a certain level of protein or carbohydrates or sugar or fresh foods. You have put tremendous controls on your body. And your body, of course, is just playing along with your game. And it's time to let those controls go. They are taking up tremendous amounts of your energy to try to fulfill your controls. It's time to let that go. Your body knows very well how to work with any substance that is put in it. It has what you would call magical ability to transform any substance, any foods that are put into it, into the appropriate energies that serve every portion of your body. You could theoretically exist on a diet of water and bread, and your body would know how to take in that water and bread and turn it into all of the appropriate type of nutrients. Truly. Now, if you tried this without letting go of the overlay of controls first, it would wreak havoc on your body because your body is still responding to old belief systems. What we are saying here is it's time to let go of that control of what is right or wrong, whether it is chocolate, whether it is meat, whether it is anything that you put in your body. Your body is an amazing spiritual vehicle. It has amazing ability to rejuvenate itself and to heal itself. It has amazing ability to truly let you know what it would choose to have put inside of it. And you're going to find that its needs are very simple, very, very simple when it comes to food. Very simple. Now, you can choose to eat anything you want, but the body's needs are quite simple. Let us take a deep breath together. Then let go of that control of the foods that you eat, the control of what you think your body has to have. Some of you are going to really resist this one because you are so bought into these levels of belief about what your body needs. You've even played or experimented with certain foods, and you are absolutely positive and certain that there are ones that are not good for it. There are ones that are better. It's time to let that go. That is a form of control. To let that go. And then, as you take a deep breath, you let that control of food go. Now just listen for a moment. Just listen. Now perhaps as you're listening here, perhaps you can feel a bit of rejoicing in your body. It might be very quiet and very subtle. But your body sending out a little signal, a little song to you, thanking you for finally giving itself back to itself. Thanking you for granting it the right and the permission to do what it knows how to do. When you let go of all of the controls of your body, all of the physical controls, discover that your body truly knows how to take care of itself.